You brought tissues.
I brought tissues. I brought a blankie.
She's ready to go.
She's ready.
To that, I thought we'd have like circle time on the floor. So everyone pick your spot on the rug. We're just gonna let it all out on here. Food, tears. Okay. The circle of trust. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like.
Please talk to me and fill me in. I'm just curious how it's all going.
Yeah. Probably just gonna cry because I found out that Brennan was asking Cam to go on double dates with other people. And it just kind of went to show after, especially like our dinner the other night that we had, like that I've just always felt like he just doesn't respect me. And so after we had dinner the other night, that ended up going like, I guess I went off a little bit just because he wants me to be positive and sit there and just shut up. And so no matter what I say or do, he will always come back and say, I made it negative. Like, why can't I stay positive? And I'm like, this just isn't life. And like, I get the repercussions every day after. He said this didn't work because of me 2 weeks in because I was negative.
Honey, one of my biggest issues with you is that you are too positive. Like, what pisses me off is that the worst sides of Brennan are not on camera. Like, Brennan makes Emily delete diary cams if they don't reflect well upon him.
He keeps being like, this isn't part of our story. I'm like, I don't know what story you're already planned out for us, but like, this is part of my story.
Like, these are the conversations that she's had with me off camera.
And then he tried to tell me today that basically like everything should be dismissed because he saved my life. And I'm like, again, you appreciated me when I hit a tree. Granted, I appreciate all that you did and I'm happy of all this. And I saw, I think, who you are for a hot sec.
Yeah.
But like, that is also not your saving grace. And like,
I don't think we
for
say
this
that's who he
situation.
is. I think we say that's who he was in that moment and who he is.
And we can
who
be
he
grateful
is.
for him in that moment.
Right.
But we can also reflect back and say, you know what, that was great that he was like that in that moment, but that's not how he is all the time.
It's not how he is.
The issue is that these men have been so concerned with the optics and the story of everything rather than our feelings and our relationships.
sad.
And with Austin, what he has an issue with is that I called him combative and dismissive on camera.
like
And
not
I
forbidden.
said on camera too many times, I was like, I can be combative and dismissive. Like, I can
all can
also
be.
be those
Right,
things.
they're
Like,
all human beings.
Yes,
You
yes.
know?
And me saying that about you isn't me saying that like you're this horrible, horrible person. Like,
Right.
it's me telling you that in this time I experienced this part of you.
It's literally what life and marriage and any relationship this is. It's like these people thought they could come on and like everything would be rainbows and butterflies. And I think like we all had our rose-colored glasses on. Mine might have been on for longer. But
True.
you should have never felt insecure. That's not who you are. I never have had so much second guessing of myself. That's not what a healthy relationship is.
It's still really hard for me to like separate the two realities of like on camera versus off camera, because he would say these things to me and be emotionally intelligent and I'm trusting that. And then that stuff doesn't happen off camera. I see the way that Austin just like walks past me when I'm changing clothes. Like, I see when I'm like putting on my makeup, like he's looking at himself, he's not looking at me. Like, I just want to be told that like I'm pretty every now and then.
Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad that you don't feel that? With decision day coming up, we have to do what's best for ourselves.
Yeah. My reality is like newer and it came on a little bit faster. So like I'm still processing what has happened. I want to say yes on decision day because he is telling me that what's actually us up is the cameras. And I do love Austin. Like, I think he is making our world a better place. I know that like when Austin and I are together, we can have so much fun. There are times when we just lay in bed and just laugh. And I know that he is a good person. I know that he has good intentions. I know that this process was hard for him. I know that it was emotionally exhausting. And I know that he gave it his all. And I know that I gave it my all. And I know that at the end of the day, he can see that like I have lifted him up and that like I love him, I truly do. I cannot wait for this just to be easier.